do something to keep Calvin out of the ship since it's obviously still alive and unaffected by the vacuum. Since the thrusters are the only way in, they keep an eye on the temperature sensors to keep track of Calvin. Whenever the alien comes close to a thruster, Sho turns it on to try to blast Calvin away, but all this continuous blasting causes the station to shake and veer off course. Sho has no choice but to use the remaining fuel to put the station back in orbit, which allows Calvin to sneak inside again. Afterward, Hugh proposes a theory. Calvin's species must have dominated Mars for millions of years, but it went into hibernation when the atmosphere of Mars collapsed. He thinks they should simulate that same lack of atmosphere to force Calvin back into inactivity. The crew agrees and they retreat to a capsule, sealing themselves off before expelling the oxygen from the rest of the station. While they work on adding extra layers of sealing, Hugh is startled by something in the shadows and starts feeling unwell. Miranda tries checking on him, but he swears he's fine. For the next few hours, the crew can only wait around. They grieve for their lost friends and Hugh blames himself for what happened, but David says it was a team decision to take Calvin. Then Hugh points out that Calvin is just a creature trying to survive, and to do so it must feed. At that moment Hugh passes out and the computers indicate his vitals are dropping, so the others rush to stabilize it. While using the defibrillator, they notice something moving on Hugh's leg. They unzip the suit and immediately jump back to discover Calvin feeding on the leg. Hugh never felt it because of his condition. Miranda tries using the defibrillator to shock Calvin, but this only makes the alien float up and show how much its body has evolved. The crew immediately rushes out and accidentally splits up, so Sho has to hide inside a sleeping pod before Calvin can catch him. The creature tightly grabs the pod and tries to break it, but it soon grows bored and goes away. Meanwhile, David and Miranda return to Hugh, who doesn't have much time left. He asks his friends to lift him so he can feel what floating is like one last time, and then he dies. While the duo grieves, they see a beeping light on the screen and realize that Calvin accidentally swallowed Hugh's tracker, so now they can follow its position and make a plan. Calvin moves around all over the station and eventually makes it back to Hugh, but while it is devouring the body, it realizes it's a trap right before David and Miranda close the